Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome back for some more EVE Online. Welcome back also to sisi, the test server for EVE Online, where we are about to start a mass test for the May release. This test is going to mostly focus on the new transition effect that CCP wants to introduce whenever we take gates, so we'll have to keep a close eye on performance, see if everything with the camera works alright, and also I'm gonna try to spot the differences this time, because we're starting in low sec, and I think if you jump into different sec statuses, you should see different effects in the warp tunnel, which the last time was really not very noticeable. We get around 65 people in local, not that bad for something that's announced on pretty short order, and the ISD are bringing in some really cool ships. Here is a Vanquisher from ISD non-locality. We have another Vanquisher here, and we actually have a Komodo, normally a Moloch here from ISD Burkham. Very, very cool. Lots of faction titans on the field. I wonder if we'll be able to break them. Local keeps going up. We're up to 172, and normally everyone will be gathering on this gate here, the OX gate, for the first jump, and that's where we'll get a test of the new effect. Now, this was already deployed on sisi like a couple of months ago. In fact, we had 1 or 2 mass tests around this feature as well. For some reason, it never made it. Perhaps there were some performance problems or things like that. CCP is giving it another go now. Hopefully, it will all work out, and hopefully it'll then come on TQ, because I do think that it's very cool that you can see your ship go through the warp tunnel of the gate. It adds a little bit of immersion. I chose a fast ship this time. Here is the Jackdaw, typical fit for my exploration Jackdaw. Won't last very long in the fight, but perhaps I can guide around a little bit and try to take down some of these smaller ships like Malediction, Pacifier, things like that, Crusader, Astero. There are definitely some ships that I could try to tackle. If you have your whole screen covered with chat windows like myself, minimize them a bit. Yeah, I think we'll be quite okay on this one. And in 5 seconds we are going to jump. So you'll see quite a few different ships here, which was okay. Jump to OX. Let's do that, and let's get that first jump going. So that's a good camera transition. We get in the warp tunnel. There's my Jackdaw, and this warp is actually taking a little bit of time. Not seeing any tie-dye, but it's definitely taking a while. We zoom through, and then my camera drone catches up to me, and here we go. We are in the OX system. Oh, there is actually a little bit of time dilation, because almost 200 pilots are warping in. Now you can actually see those effects. That's the star that we're coming from, the star system, and lots more ships landing. I'm also going to take a quick look at what's decloaking first. So that's... there's some big ones as well. From the forum post, I'd understood that perhaps faster ships would basically get through those tunnels a bit more quickly, but I'm not sure if that's the case. We might need to do a little bit more testing on that. But for now, everyone does seem to get through pretty smoothly. We have to align. Let's do... Can't align from here. Okay. We should see the gates down here though. There we go. Let's press align 2 and get ready for the next one, while I'm aligning with some really big ships around us. That's a very cool gate as well. That is still receiving more people from back there. Locals up to 123. We still have to take a couple. I'd say that was pretty successful for the first jump. And I did this one in defensive mode, which looks like this. Maybe we'll just do the next one in sharpshooter mode, just to see, as part of the testing process, if all of this also works nicely. It should be very recognizable as well when I go through the tunnel. And now we have to actually jump on contact, jump through Stargate. Let's do that. Off we go. And let's try to take a close look at this next jump. On this one, we'll again keep the camera aligned logically, so that we can take a look at the movements there. That's mostly what we want to test. One eye on the FPS monitor as well. I mean, I do have to spread my eyes to many different parts of the screen, but alright. So there we go. Smaller gate, very doable. I'm basically in the right camera alignment. That's an okay movement. This feels alright. You can see the sharpshooter mode, so that is definitely my ship going through. Very nice effect on this jump, honestly. I really like this, super smooth. And we got through with still 60 FPS. Pretty stable. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna say that this one is pretty successful. And so here's a Vanquisher in another skin at this point. Next thing that I could try, activating some modules as well. Sharpshooter mode is very recognizable, so I'm gonna keep it for now. Then we have some cruisers coming through. And next, let's see, do we have more choices? Yeah, we do have several choices to go for the next gate. So I'm gonna wait for the instructions here. But this feels good, stable, and not too jarring with the camera transition from my ship looking at the gate to then the gate and then going through the gate. So on the next one, I'm actually going to look straight at my ship so that we have like a massive camera movement that's needed when we do this one. Get ready to Sino jump. Oh, that's for the capitals. And can I still can't align from here, so we have to go to... Okay, that was a Sino effect. That should not be here. R, where is that gate? There it is. Let's already do an align too, to be ready for that. We've got some Sinos. Oh, which would have been cool to see that as well. I'm not sure if it is going to be possible. Maybe they'll organize a jump bridge or something like that. But the Sino effect should also have something like this, where you actually see your ship go through the Sino. And oh my god, someone brought a Zenitra. That does look very... Ooh, a second one behind here as well. Alright, Triglavians are represented as well. Very cool. And okay, I'm again seeing lots of Sino effects on my ship itself. I hope I'm definitely gonna have to do like a bug report on that, because that normally shouldn't be here. It should be on those ships rather than here, and I'm going to jump through this Stargate then. Let's go. As I now become a moving Sino effect as well. Alright, off we go. And let's take a look at this gate jump, which, as I've said, should be a large camera movement, because I'm now looking at my ship from very close range. We are going to jump on contact, and then we'll see if that's still pretty smooth. If I remember correctly on the previous test, it did not always feel that great. So we're definitely not looking anywhere near the gates. Yep, alright. That felt like a decent transition. Okay, because I'm cloaked, can't activate that. But that still felt alright, pretty good performance-wise. I didn't notice any real problems. So we're going to take that jump. And I'm gonna assume Obenal, I don't really know, but I'm gonna start aligning for that one. And this time I'm also going to activate some of my modules. Should be cap stable, so that should be fine. Might not do anything, because on the jump they might just stop because of the cloak, but it's part of the testing process. Let's do that next. And this time I'll also do a tracking camera on the gate. Okay, warp to Abenal gate and hold. Damn it, I wanted to do a full jump straight away, but alright. Warp within 0, here we go. Active. Local 117. Oh, we are missing quite a few. We're at 171 in the mass testing channel, but we're slowly building up. And there goes the gate. I'm gonna keep the tracking on, because that's what I want to see next. If the transitions still work alright. There's all the Sinos. So I can zoom out a little bit. And there is our capital and super capital fleets. And I am here. Alright, on the left side. So I can jump from here. Should be fine. And we have If any capitals are too far from the gate, feel free to bounce on the planets. Got it. Okay, getting a bit more busy. 130, still at 60 FPS, so that is fine. And again, lots of different ships. Cruisers, battleships, capitals, super capitals, titans. A couple of smaller frigates and things like that as well. Hopefully I'll be able to hunt them in the PvP fight. And then hopefully we get another good transition. Hopefully we also get like a few more jumps. I want to do this one basically with the tracking camera from pretty nearby if possible. And then maybe a really zoomed out camera for another jump. But let's see what the next instruction is. Someone asking for fleets. I'll give him the Fleet W link, which is always best. And let's jump through. Okay. Alright, transition. FPS is still doing okay. Here's my ship. I really like this. This looks very cool. Obviously, this time we're a longer jump again. Ship goes through. My camera drone is lingering back, and we finally catch up to us as it also makes its way through the warp tunnel. And then you can see everyone else arriving in the gates. This time it's from over there. That is so cool. This is becoming more and more seamless. Very, very nice. Anything that I recognize? No. So that should mean that we'll have a chance to do a very zoomed out one. Pretty nice position on top of that planet. So let's start by zooming out. Max. Yeah, let's do to max. And we are in Openal. That's still the last instruction. Alright. Zoomed out, of course. 60 FPS, not a problem. Local at 110. 177 in here. That should be fine. Anything happening here? You know, if you've got like crashes and things like that, they usually show up in the mass questions. So far, though, not really seeing any signs of that, so that's good. And I really can't wait for this to get on TQ. I think people that are not aware of that, that something like this is in the works, and then jump through a gate for the first time, that should be very cool. Okay, OW, and we get to jump. Warp and jump, good. And so this time, as I've said, we're gonna do a zoomed out one. Establishing warp vector. So I can't really see what my ship is doing exactly. But this is another test of that camera motion. So I'm gonna keep just making sure that I'm fully... What the... Zoomed out. Oh, I was actually zooming in here. So now I'm fully zoomed out. We are aligned. So I am tracking that gate normally, but... could be interesting to see what the camera does. It's basically on that jump transition that it needs to make a choice to get itself in the right alignment. And last time that did some weird stuff. So I am close enough to the gates. Ooh. Alright, that one felt a little bit drastic. Very fast, smooth jump. Don't really have any complaints on that. Yeah, fully zoomed out. I mean, it's like the most extreme case here, and I personally almost never fly like that anyways. But that camera transition, I don't know, perhaps it needed like a little bit more motion, but maybe it was already going as quickly as possible, and that the problem was that the camera was also aligned straight through to the gate as well, and so it felt like it was just very jarringly moving to its target location. But alright, pretty stable. I'd still say that this is looking pretty good. We have many options here. It's probably gonna be Orvol, since we don't have any other options here, so we're gonna start by aligning with that. Anything happening here? Bug reports. Okay, that's gonna be something completely different. So we should be alright. And any other camera position that I wanna try? It would be good. Jump to PF. We can't go to PF from here, but oh, and honestly, here we go. We get the Sino bug again. Definitely gonna have to report that. But the Sino effect keeps showing up on my own ship. And after that, yeah, I never really noticed that the warp tunnel itself looked different depending on the system that we were jumping into. So normally there's a bit of flavor in there that should make it clear. Alright, you're heading into low sec, you're heading into a high sec system or a null sec system or something like that. Haven't really seen that. And yeah, it's actually a decently annoying bug like that. But at least it's alright. We are doing okay. Others warp to the jump. Ah. As soon as they are ready. Please do not bump the Titan. So I get a warp within 10. Does it say in fleet? You can warp to me for bridging. Let's see. Warp within 10. Let's do that. And then that bridge thing. God damn it. Last time was the same thing. It's something that I never do, being a high-sec Care Bear. So it was a right-click option. Was it on myself? On the Titan? I'm not sure anymore. So I should be at 10. So this should be fine. Okay. There's the two bridging Titans, it seems. Very nice. Okay, we have two Sinos because we are better than Fleet W? What? Am I not in Fleet W? But don't tell them I said that. Two Titans. Bridges are up. Go, go, go. And can I just right click myself? No, I think I have to select him. Right click. God damn it, how the hell did you do that again? Keep at range, look at... And again, with the effect being on my own ship, it's a little bit annoying. Pilot, maybe it's something like that. Use... How the hell did that work again? Or is it... Move... No? Bridges up, go, go, go. But where the hell did I see that again? I think it was on the Titan itself. Approach, orbit, keep at range, look at, use feeding service. No, no, no. So that's not it. How the hell do I find... www and take bridge if you haven't already. How the hell do you take that bridge? Fleet. No, add to watch lists. This is rather embarrassing, guys, but I just can't remember. Maybe it was... I had to go to someone? Was that how it worked? Or could I just bridge to, warp to member, add to watch lists? God damn it, I'm completely lost. I have to be honest. Aha, someone is asking in my stead. That's good. I'm not the only one with a problem. How do I bridge? Rest in peace, Mike. Okay, so that's normal. I'm at full cap, so that should be possible. Right click the Titan and click jump through. Didn't I see that? Right click the Titan? Oh, maybe it's the wrong... No, it's in my... Let's right click this one then. Approach, orbit... I won't be close enough, maybe? Is that possible? Warp to the person or... no. So is it because... Cycle down, approach, orbit, keep at range. Yeah, I thought it was a jump through. Approach, orbits. Maybe I have to be even closer. Like a gate, you have to probably be within 2500 or something like that. Approach, orbit, keep at range. Let's see, once I'm within 2.5, I stop my engines. And then we'll take a look again. That should be okay. Ah, god damn it. So it was my range. Well, here we go. That means we get to look at the Sino effect. There it goes. You can see that I'm a noob at this because we just got through the mastery. But it basically confirmed the Sino bug. We just got to look at the Sino window, which works. And we again learned that we have to be within 2500 meters in order to use the jump through command, or get the jump through command. What it could maybe do, I don't know, for newer players, is that it could show the command and then be grayed out, and then to say, oh, you have to be within a certain range of it, or something like that. I don't know. I just do this so rarely that, yeah, this was the struggle I had to go through in order to find the button. What's next? Is FD in range from here? Should get back to mass testing. Warp to the FD gate. Yeah, alright. If I can... PF. Stargates then. FD, there we go. Approach. I thought I was in Fleet W. Am I wrong on that? Let's see. I'm gonna click on some of these guys and see if any of... I thought I was in Fleet W. I'm pretty sure that I am. But now I'm being confused by this one where it said that... that Fleet W was worse because they didn't have two Titans. Anyways, I'm gonna jump through. We'll see what happens. And let's get back on this. So there's the transition. I'm going through. A little bit of a hiccup here in performance, but that's probably because it's so busy at the moment. And that looks an awful lot like a different fleet than mine. Can I see that here, by the way, which fleet I am? Should be able to do that. History, Fleet Finder. So that's kind of weird because this ought to be the... This is the Fleet W window. This is where I said X. And if I'm somehow in Fleet X, then I'll look like a betrayer to these guys. For being here, but I must have gone like a rogue invite or something like that. Anyways, on the way, just get to FD when possible. Maybe I'll warp off to something like here, and I'll come back to the PF gate whenever they're telling us that we can start a fight. Because if you're basically on this side and not part of the fleet that should be there, you do end up in trouble. Or who are these guys? Yeah, these are definitely not part of my fleet. So we're gonna hold on here. Maybe even get a little bit closer. No. No linking, too bad. And then PF, I'll do like a warp in 30 or something like that. PvP is now allowed. And I'm gonna wait just a little bit. Then we'll get in here. Let's activate our shields. They're already firing, it seems. This is really cool that I can watch this. Look at that. 1,000 kilometers away. And I can actually get in there and watch that. Very nice. Let's go back. Let's go back. We'll warp within 30 or something like that. Maybe even 50. And I will look for a target to snipe with my my small missiles. Let's go. The main part of the test here so far, though, looks very successful. I'd say that these warp-throughs work. Crusader is too far away. I should definitely move as well. Let's maybe do an orbit at 30, speed up. I'll target the broadswords. Lots of small stuff already off the field. Here we get a hawk, but at 137. Jesus Christ, that's far away. And where is he? Oh, he's amongst all of these guys. Anything else that's closer by? Now we could try to... maybe a Nergal at... yeah, I think that's in range. Let's see if I can snipe this guy. Let's go. Missiles. That's normally... Oh, goddammit. Again, my... my shortcuts aren't set on the test server. Let's see. Ooh, 341. That's a big hit on that Nergal. And then here, Cockroach. I don't think we're gonna break that anytime soon. That's another good hit. More missiles. Go, go, go. Unfortunately, he can warp off whenever he wants. There they are. And why can't I even do a look at? Because he's warping. Okay, that's what was happening. Well, I'm staying on the field. Onyx, anything else that's really small enough that we could try to tackle that? Probably not. Avatar. The rest of them are really far away. Now we've got... Who the hell are these guys? Okay, that looks like a multi-boxer in a lot of avatars. That's one-shotting stuff. There go the Doomsdays. Very cool. And I'm going after the broadsword with some long-range firing. And let's see if there's any other targets of opportunity here. So that won't help. Broadswords. More big stuff, mostly. So the small stuff was wiped off the field very quickly. And the objectives have been met for the mass test. I'd say that this has been working out pretty well. No crashes or anything like that. We're at 50 to 60 FPS when I zoom out a little bit on the fight. 180 people in local. So that's pretty good. And I'm hearing more... No, those are actually normal beams. There's another Doomsday. And so we have the fight in the background. Let's keep going. Or maybe I should test the cockroach. Maybe he can get me out. Or cockroach, how is it pronounced? Bug reports. I'll have to report the Sino problem. And then let's see if there's anyone that I can find that's actually... Oh, he was taken down. Then the Lashak can be targeted as well. Let's open fire. As he's already taking damage, I'll add a little bit of firepower to that as well. As the Doomsday beams light this battlefield up. And is this one firing? I've never seen that going in game. There it is. Very cool. Look at that. Zenitra. The massive core in the middle. And that's actually using its weapon on the carrier. Very cool. Still have a Damnation that would be in range. A Slipnir as well. He might actually go after me and end me. So let's give that a try. Let's see if Corvin is going to give it a go. Skill points will be rewarded. Yeah, it's looking alright. And here we go. I'm taking a little bit of damage. I'm not sure who the hell is targeting me. It's actually the Lashak, I think. So let's... Oh no, we're still doing fine. I'm just barely doing any damage to the Slipnir there. Let's keep firing. Something else must be targeting me. They're really leaving me alone on this one. And unfortunately, being the small ship in one of these mass tests is not always that great. Obviously, this is a nice chance to take out some really big toys to try everything out. But okay, this is working. I like the transition personally. I think it was doing really well. And other than that, this fight, yeah, we're still in the 40 FPS range while we have everything happening here. More Titan Doomsdays. That one is really getting into armor. Stuff blowing up everywhere around us. This is the chaos of EVE Online, especially in mass tests. And then a little bit of organization here actually. A multi-boxer with lots of Titans that's actually going after his targets as well. Anyways, I think we'll end it here. While my ship is still alive, that should mean that I can dock at the station. And yeah, for first time in a long time, let's press dock. I'm actually going to survive. Oh, maybe. I'm actually being targeted here. Will I still get out on time? Overheat the meat slots. Go, go, go. And as more Doomsdays hit, we make it out just in time. Anyways, that's it for this EVE Talk for this mass test, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.